Yeah, if you want. If I'm doing it wrong, just
All right, thank you guys for that quick break. Looks like we have our next set going on. It's going to be between Cameron and Jordan. Jordan, once again, not new to our tournaments. He's definitely been playing in our tournaments before. Looks like this time, instead of just doing all break, they're going to lag to break, which is definitely something that we haven't seen yet today, but a very viable option on deciding who's going to break. And it looks like it's going to be Jordan who's going to get to break. So Jordan to break game one, and I'll switch to Cameron for game two, followed by Jordan, if necessary, game three. Jordan to break. Very solid break by Jordan. Really getting a really nice spread all the way throughout the table. Kind of left everything almost on one side, like he hit the second ball in on that break. Definitely still a legal break, just not the kind of break you want to see in these kinds of brackets. Really clusters everything up and makes the table a little harder to play on. Cameron looks like he's going to be taking stripes in this first game. Definitely not a bad option. Personally, I would have gone for solids. Or, no, he is shooting solids this game. Leaving Jordan stripes throughout. Definitely the right play when it comes to that. Looking at the 15, 11, 14, and 12. Definitely something I do not want to deal with as a player going into this first game. Jordan figuring out where he's going to try to break out these balls. Looks like he's going to go for the 11 and break out everything in the process. Really good job breaking stuff out. Kind of left that 11 and 9 kind of stuck right next to each other, but overall, really good breakout. Cameron up to shoot. Looks like he's going to be shooting that 2 first. Unfortunate miss on that first shot there. Ultimately, not the end of the world when it comes to that first shot. Definitely an okay leave when it comes to that. Leaves Jordan really only a couple shots here. Might be shooting the 13 first. Looks like that's exactly what he's going to be doing, trying to cut that 13 into the side. Got to play these shots really, really soft. Play it too hard, it's just going to rattle out those pockets. You're going to miss. Beautiful shot by Jordan. Unfortunately, got a really good kiss there off that corner. Really good English control. Spin control, making sure that that cue ball did not scratch into that pocket. Nice couple last shots from Jordan, kind of breaking out his stuff one ball at a time. That's the most important thing with it. breaking it out one at a time, kind of getting through these games a little bit to the way he wants to. Beautiful kiss. Don't know if that was an intended shot. Doesn't look like it is. Cameron is going to be really good stewardship by Jordan there. Really good taking his responsibility on that. Looks like he did double tap on that last shot, giving Cameron a ball in hand here. Really, really appreciate the forwardness on that shot. Obviously not an intended double tap on it, but definitely really, really nice job figuring that out. Cameron up to shoot. He's going to take the 7. Might try to bring it down, combo that 2-3 next. Try to cut that one maybe. Wants to probably leave those other balls kind of the way they are. Looks like he's going to go for the combo here, though. Just missed on that. Really locks up the 15. That's a really good lead for the 2 is. Kind of locks that 15 up. In turn, Jordan's going to have to probably try to break out the 11 from this shot. He does get the breakout. Jordan looks like he's going to be shooting that 9. Went for the combo, and unfortunately, he did scratch on that shot. If I was Cameron, I would leave that 2 exactly where it is and just run out the rest first. Shoot the 5, stun it all the way over. Ooh. Smart move by Cameron, shooting that 5 first, and then stunning the ball all the way down the table, or even just a little bit of stun, breaking him out just a little bit to shoot that 3. Draw back for the 1. Tough draw here if he does go for the draw. Got to put a lot of force behind it, really follow through on a shot. Unintended carom on it. Unfortunately, that does turn possession of the ball over to Jordan. Not a ball in hand, though. Just a lucky bank on that. Lucky carom. Jordan up to shoot. Looks like he might try to get that 9 in. Got to really be careful with that 8's positioned. Just went for the breakout on that. Smart play by Jordan. Really left that 8 where it needs to be and broke out his 15 from the rest of the mess there. Cameron to shoot. Don't need to put a whole lot of force into this shot. Just follow it through. Try to send it off the rail. Or even the top rail or either of the side rails. Looks like it is going to be that. He does unfortunately scratch, put a little too much topspin on it. Not enough English to bump off that rail enough to get out of there, unfortunately. Jordan to shoot. Looks like he's going to start at the foot head of the table. Work his way down, back up for the 8. So ideal run out plan would be 15, 9, 11, 8 in this situation. Beautiful draw. Forcing him to really shoot now the 11. Unfortunately, didn't get enough on it. Personally, I would have tried to follow through on there to get that 9, but you live and you learn. You make mistakes through the game. Fortunately, not every play has to be a home run shot. Does hit the 11, makes contact, nice legal shot, does not make it unfortunately, and it gives Cameron now an opportunity to either cut that 4, got to be really careful of that 8 in the situation where it is now. Looks like he's going to try to cut it, got to really watch that 8 ball in your spin control though. Beautiful shot by Cameron, getting right behind the 2. Follow it up for the 8 after this. Just pure fundamentals on this shots. You don't got to do a whole lot with it. Beautiful shot by Cameron. Should be a game 1 to Cameron pending this 8 shot. Calls his pocket. It looks like this game is going to be over. Beautiful shots by Cameron closing out that game. Real fundamental. Stuff that he definitely learned in class over these past couple weeks of our fall semester here at the University of Montana Gaming Den. Cameron to break from there. Looks like he did scratch on it, giving Jordan a ball in hand. It is an open table with that unfortunate scratch. Looks like Jordan's going to be going for stripes here in game 2. I don't know if I definitely agree with the stripes in this call. Looks like the only problem ball he would have in this case would be the 12 and 11, or 14 and 11. It would be 15 11. But breaking those out early definitely is really beneficial for his game in the long run. Unfortunate miss there, leaving that 14 right on the knuckle, right in the pocket. Cameron going to be shooting solids on this game. Tough lead for Cameron. Not really a whole lot of options. A lot of long shots on here. Nothing really rudimentary in these shots that he's making. Watch that cue ball. It's rolling towards that pocket. Looks like it's going to end up just inside the pocket corners. Really nice touch on that shot. Didn't leave Jordan with a whole lot. Looks like he might have to shoot the 14 here, opening up that pocket for Cameron in the future. Beautiful shot by Jordan. Making that 14, making sure not to scratch. I would have tried to come out a little bit, give himself a little bit more shape and angle on that instead of having to try to back cut a shot here. This is really only open shot would be that 10 on the side. Might try to carom it off the 1. Pushing that 1 out just a little bit, but trying to carom that. Looks like he's going to be trying to break out his other balls right now. Got to be real careful of that 8 in the space that it is right now. Got safe with that leave on there. Not really leaving a whole lot open. Only unfortunate thing is breaking out that 4 in that situation, leaving it now open in the table in a free pocket instead of where it was before. Unfortunate miscue by Cameron. Looks like it is still a legal shot. Just a real unfortunate miscue. Should have chalked before his shot, maybe. Jordan to shoot. Looks like he's just going to miss that cut on that 10. It's a tough cut off the rail. Not really much more he could have done on that shot. Just really opening up the table from here. Table's pretty open. Cameron to shoot the 2. Followed up for the 6, I imagine. Gets a little too much on it. Might try to have to bank the 6 now into that footstring pocket. Might try the cut. Personally, I'd go for the bank on this. That or looking back up the table, up north of the table. Looking at the 3 potentially as well. Looks like he is going to bring that out. Try to get this bank on here. Good clean legal shot by Cameron. Got to really make sure that that bridge extender did not touch the 4 on that, but overall a really good leave. Looks like Jordan's going to be calling the 13 here. Tough cut, tough cut. He just misses it just wide, just undercut it. Hopefully, a shot like that doesn't come back to haunt him here in the future, the next game or two. Really nice shot by Cameron. Looks like he might be shooting that 3 following up. Not always the best play, but you could always combo the 7-1 into the 10. Try to push that through a little bit. Maybe even make the 1 in, that case, push it all the way through. Goes for the safe play, though, in that case. Leaves Jordan far, not with a whole lot of options. Really, his only clean shot would be the 11 to come back somewhere. If I was Jordan, I would try to just do the same thing back to him. Just leave him behind everything in a place where it's kind of hard to take shots here. Really nice shot there by Cameron, making that 6, getting himself good shape, good angle on the.
Excuse me, good
Looks
sir.
like it might be 5.
I'd like to know who I'm supposed
Unfortunate miss there by Cameron. Leaves himself pretty good. Kind of all of his balls are in that middle 2 diamonds with that center pocket. Could be a pretty rudimentary run out, pending that 10 being in a nice place, as well as overall shape of how Jordan may leave him in the future shots. Unfortunate miss there by Jordan. Might get a lucky roll. Fortunately, it's not going to have enough legs to get all the way into that pocket. Cameron to shoot the 3. Just misses it. Maybe should have tried playing that long on there and just stop shotting that. Could have given him a little good shape at that 5. Just missed that. He's going to get a lucky roll. Unfortunately, he called the wrong pocket on there. Giving Cameron now the opportunity to follow it up. Potentially even run out of his own here. He's got a couple options here. You can start with that 7, following it up. Try to sneak that 1 in the other side of the pocket past the 10. You can also just play it safe, following that 7 all the way up. Jordan up to shoot next. Looks like he may be able to take this game as long as he can make this 10, play it real soft, try not to get south of the table towards that head string side of it. Beautiful shot there. Great leave. Good fundamental shot there by Jordan. Beautiful shot by Jordan. We have ourselves a ball game here, folks. It is a 1-1 race going into game 3. Jordan to break. Cameron to rack, Jordan to break here in our game 3. Unfortunate break there by Jordan. Looks like we are going to get a re-rack in this game, and it's going to be Cameron's decision on who breaks this final game. Jordan called the re-rack, giving Cameron the opportunity to call who's going to break, and it's actually going to go back to Cameron for this break. Once again, that is a unfortunate rack and break by Jordan, which in turn he wanted to re-rack on that so he didn't have to run out that break. But in turn, it gives Cameron the opportunity to call if he wants the break or if he wants to pass it to Jordan to try break again on that. Cameron to break. Very nice break by Cameron. He may get one. Unfortunately, that 5 does not have enough legs to get all the way through there. Quick little update on our table tennis tournament while this game is underway. Jordan to shoot next. Quick little update though with table tennis. Seems that Grayson, one of our table tennis students, has won their tournament. Really good shot there by Jordan. Unfortunate scratch though. But yeah, Grayson has won our student tournament of fall 2025. Really good play by Grayson throughout the table tennis tournament. Watched some of his games before we got started, and he was playing really well tonight. So definitely props for him for winning that tournament. Camera to shoot next. Looks like he's going to be shooting stripes this game. Overall, both players have been shooting pretty well tonight, though, all throughout. Camera to shoot. Looks like he is going to be, unfortunately, overcutting that 14 here in this case, giving Jordan now the opportunity to try to make a ball or two in this little run. Up in the top left side of your screen, we have our table tennis prize giving out going on right now for Grayson, as well as our second place and third place prizes. First place in that table tennis tournament got a very nice University of Montana Grizz paddle. Second place, I believe, is receiving some. Looks like a nice little case for a paddle. Third place, I believe, got a Stiga branded paddle scuffer slash polisher, which is always really, really nice. And it looks like we had a pretty nice consultation prize for our fourth place runner up in our bracket over on the table tennis side of things. Got a nice pair of holiday Grizz socks. Nice for winter coming up here soon. Nice little gift to bring home, or even, giving it out if, he wants to give it out to a family member or a friend. Definitely a fun little stocking stuffer that could, come up when it comes to holiday seasons coming up. Jordan, it looks like he got a ball in hand the last shot. Don't know if it was just a missed shot or a scratch on that last shot, but Jordan now has a nice ball in hand to try to run out. Looks like he's going to pick it up, take it. Looks like he's going to be shooting the one, sending it over to the 5. The 5 might try to send it all the way over to break out that 7-3. Followed by the 6. Not quite sure where he's going to go with that. Really nice shot by Jordan. Enough shape to where he can stun it over and get it out. Didn't get the right spin on it, unfortunately, and that really leaves him kind of in another sticky situation to try to get out of. Solid breakout by Jordan. Kind of played it rough into the rails there, breaking out both balls in the process. going to end up be a really quality leave here for Cameron. Not really leaving him a whole lot of shape for Jordan for really anything. Cameron to shoot. Looks like he's going to use the bridge to try to shoot that 11 real quick here. All right, sorry about that extended break there. Unfortunately, we did have to switch things out. People did have to leave, unfortunately. So after this game, we are going to break into our bracket once again to show kind of the outline that we are switching to for the remainder of this tournament. Nathaniel to shoot. Looks like he's going to go for probably the cut here. We go for a bank. Watch that 8, watch that 8, watch that 8. Beautiful block, though. Beautiful block. Unfortunate miss there by Jordan, giving now Nathaniel a really good opportunity to close this game out. Beautiful shot by Nathaniel. We're going to switch over. Jordan ended up missing that called combo shot. He was going for 13 into the 9, ended up missing both of them, unfortunately, on it, leaving Nathaniel now relatively solid shot here on the 6. Nathaniel looks to take a shot. Looks like he is going to miss that. That bank, one rail bank on that, giving Jordan now pretty good opportunity to shoot at 9, followed by the 12. Maybe even the 14 after. Leave him nice on that 15. And unfortunately, is going to miss that first shot. Really vital shot in that combo. More the lineup that he wanted to go for on that. Nathaniel looks like he's going to be shooting the 2. Beautiful shot there by Nathaniel. Leaves him pretty solid on the 4. If he wants to shoot the 1 next, he can. He's going to shoot the 1. Probably give it just a little bit of topspin. Get a nice angle, nice shot for the 3 here. Pretty solid stop shot would get him on the 5. Good draw would get him up towards that 6 and 7 area, followed by that. Looks like he might give it a little bit too much topspin, and he's going to end up scratching in that middle pocket. An unfortunate break there by Nathaniel, giving Jordan a really good opportunity. Now to follow it up. Jordan, really nice shot on that 14. Give it just a little bit of topspin, get him on the 15. Beautiful shot, stunning it over just directly right towards that 10 ball. Definitely the right kind of play here. Looks like he's going to take another second, maybe chalk up a little bit, get the bridge out. Looking like he's going to go the other way, shoot the 10 first, then the 9. Definitely the smart play in this situation. Don't want to put himself in a sticky situation moving forward with the rest of his balls. Wonderful shot by Jordan, getting him just enough angle, enough shape to then cut that 9. Try to bring that cue ball back in to shoot the 8 into that. Your guys' view, that top right pocket, the foot right pocket of the table here. Looks like he may have gotten a little too much, but it still leaves really good shape to shoot that 8 into the side pocket. Really good play by Jordan overall. Really solid play throughout. Both of them have been playing really good, shooting great. Looks like he is going to sink it, taking Jordan and Nathaniel up to a game 3 in this race to 3. New bracket format once again if you guys are just joining us. 2 people unfortunately had to leave, that being Jacob and Reese. But we got things going on pretty well right now, moving the bracket along the best we can. Jordan to break. Nathaniel's given a nice rack here for Jordan. Get a good solid break. Jordan's been pretty good all semester at getting really good breaks off that. Very solid break by Jordan. Looks like he is going to get one. Getting that kiss right into 13 into the 11. Wonderful shot. Wonderful break by Jordan. Beautiful cut. Nice kiss off that. 5, making sure that cue ball did not scratch. Really kind of a lucky kiss off that 5. Nice shot by Nathaniel. Unfortunately, looks like Jordan is going to take the next shot. Didn't really get exactly what he wanted on there. Overall, just a really good shot there. Kind of leaving that to that head string right pocket. Kind of blocking out that entire pocket. Looks like he's going to be taking it out now, trying to get shaped towards his next balls and run out. Looks like from here, I'd be shooting the 4 next. Looks like he's going to try to cut that one, though. Calls the one in the corner. Beautiful shot by Nathaniel. Beautiful shot. Really good control where that cue ball goes. Unfortunate miss there. Probably should have played a little softer, taken a little more time to line up the shot before you just hammer it right into the pocket. But ultimately, not a bad leave. Kind of forces Jordan to now shoot the combo, the 12-9 here. And he does hit the combo. Wonderful combo shot by Jordan. Looks like I can see he only has a couple shots available. Try to cut that 12 or cut the 15. That 14 is kind of stuck in place with the 3 and the 8, kind of where they are positioned right now. Maybe try to break it out from this cut here. Gonna end up missing it. Kind of ultimately not the worst leave. If I was Nathaniel, I would leave that 7 there. Kind of blocks that 15 from me going anywhere at this moment on. He's gonna reconsider where that ball goes. The 3 is kind of an unfortunate spot where it is now. Try to figure out a way to break that out a little bit. Maybe off the 5. That would be probably, I think, the best bet of where. Looks like that 8 ball is now really kind of pushing himself into a rock and a hard place when it comes to the table layout at this point in the match. He's going to bring out the extension on this. 2 extension. It's going to cut that 5 into the side pocket. But does break out the 8. Jordan to shoot. That 12 is really his only good shot here. He's going to forcefully break out the 14 in this next shot, pushing the 3 off to the rail as well. Does get the breakout he wanted, just not in the right pocket, unfortunately. That 12 ball's just not really feeling the pockets tonight, it seems like. Nathaniel shoot the 3. Follow it up. He unfortunately does not get it. Breaks out Jordan's 14, but it's going to leave very nicely right up against that 12. Forcing Jordan now to try to combo that 12 into 14. There's a little bit of space between the 12 and 14, but overall it is still a really tough combo shot. Long on the rails here, long on the table. Just a real good lead by Nathaniel, forcing Jordan to now have this really difficult combo here. Does end up hitting it. Unfortunately, that 12 ball is now lined up perfectly with the 15. Not the leave he was looking for on that shot. Nathaniel to shoot the 5. Looks like he is going to get the cut that he was looking for on that. Beautiful cut by Nathaniel. Fortunately, not the intended on that, but still, wonderful, wonderful cut by Nathaniel. Nathaniel, now to shoot the 8. Personally, I would try to back cut this into the middle pocket. Looks like he is going to try to cut it far. Got to really watch that. Unfortunately, I think that is going to end up being game for Nathaniel, scratching on that shot. Jordan close out this game and this series against Nathaniel. Is going to sink it, and that is going to be a game. Series goes 2-1 to Jordan. I'm going to switch over to our Cameron won that last lag here against Nathaniel. Looks like it's going to be Cameron to break moving forward here. Nathaniel, really nice rack by Nathaniel. Sure that his pockets and those corner balls are the way they're supposed to be. Our WPA format. Good spread of the table. Personally, I would take solids here in this situation. Just with that 9-11 kind of locked up there with the 5. Not something you want to deal with right away. Essentially on a ball in hand if one does arise in this game. Wonderful stop shot by Nathaniel. Sure to really put enough mustard on that to only that. Fortunate miss. Felt like that shot may have been on there. Beautiful leave. Cameron right in the heart of that pocket. Not really a whole lot extra. Quality shots, about the best he could have done on a shot like that with the way the table's laid out currently. Not the end of the world. Leaves Nathaniel with a shot at the 5 here. Kind of locking up that 7 though. It's a 12 is definitely something that probably best case scenario for Cameron set. Like missed the cut and it's just a straight shot. Doesn't even get a lucky bank into that other pocket. Cameron to shoot the 10 here. That 10 is off the rail though, so that is a tough cut if he decides to shoot for that. Cameron to shoot. 10 ball is primed and ready, and he makes a beautiful cut, pushing out that 8 ball, giving him a wonderful lead. 15. There's a couple options after the 15. Draw it back towards that 11, stun it over, break out the 12, or he can give us a little bit of follow. Looks like he's going to just give it a little bit of follow. I try to bank the 14 or cut the 11 for this place. Also try to break out that 9 and 13. Go for a kick off the bottom left side of the side rail. Like that is going to be what kick that 13 out. Leave him nice moving forward. Kicked out the 1. Looks like that 1 is going to pop, but that is not the end of the world. Leaves him pretty nice here moving. Daniel up to shoot next. Looks like he's going to be shooting that 2. Does make the 2 this time. Wonderful leave on the 5. Looks like he's going to, from here, stun it over, break out the 7. Doesn't get enough on it. Got just enough to push that 5 all the way through. Into the pocket. A quality shot on the 4 here to cut into the side. Gotta play these shots soft though. Pockets are not generous on the side pockets, especially from that angle. You gotta play it soft into it. Just overcut it. Just overcut it. Leaves that 4 right in the middle of the table though. Definitely a perfectly finely moved Daniel. Cameron up to shoot. Shooting the 13, I imagine. Top. A little bit of draw in there. Not the end of the world. Leaves him nice to shoot that 9 on the side. Again, those side pockets though, they're devious when it comes to the amount of times you have to shoot a ball into the pockets. Definitely not the easiest shot. He's going to be shooting the 11. This is that really kind of locks up where that 8 is. I don't imagine that 8 moving too much more moving forward. That 8 should stay in that around the same area within its first 2 diamonds of the foot string of the team. Cameron to shoot. Shooting the 14. Break out that 12 in the situation. Same shot. Imagine that's his idea of that. A unfortunate. Beautiful lucky bounce there on. Careful. Moving forward with that 8 being pushed right up against the rail. It's something that may come into play here a little bit. Really quality lead by Nathaniel, really forcing Cameron to really shoot the 9 here. Gotta be really careful of a double hit though. Wonderful shot, breaking that out, not getting a foul in the process, blocking that 6 from really every pocket except the center pocket though. Not a whole lot of room here. That 6 might try to squeeze it through, carry him off the 9. He's gonna break that 8 out. Smart play there. Break the 8 out. Get pretty safe now from now on to play that 8. That 8 kind of moves back to exactly where it was before it got hit. Move towards that foot rail left pocket. Like he's gonna sneak that past the 9, and he does. Really, really good shot here. No bridge extension on this. Looks like he's just straight as he can. Shot by King. Really, really pushing him down the table here. That 14's in a sticky situation though as well. Looking definitely a problem ball for him moving. But missing the 10 on that shot, not the 12 on that shot, not the end of the world. Forcing Nathaniel now to shoot the 7 and break out his 12 in the process. Beautiful shot. If I was Cameron, I'd shoot that 14 first. Goes along the rail. Definitely. Definitely that shot was a turning point in this game. He's shooting lefty on this shot. Not something we've seen much today. Some offhand shooting. Daniel has a couple options here. He can either go for the 6 right away, or he can try to cut the 7 into the 6. Look like he is going to shoot that, and it is going to scratch, unfortunately. Did not get enough backdraw on it to really have too much of an opportunity to then shoot the 7 after. Would have left him right behind the knuckle. Not the shot you want to see this late into the game. An unfortunate miss there by Cameron, giving Nathaniel a pretty good opportunity to cut that 7 into the side pocket, into the corner pocket, pushing it out, giving him a nice shot at the 8. Pretty far shot on the 8, but still, beautiful shot, beautiful shot. Camera to shoot. Looks like he's going to go for the, I imagine, the bank on this. He's going to cut it. He misses the kick on that, giving Nathaniel a ball in hand moving. Nathaniel draw on that. He does get just enough draw to now cut the 8 into that top corner pocket. Looks of it should be Nathaniel game 1 set. Does hit it. He unfortunately scratches on that shot. That is not something you want to see, unfortunately. Giving Cameron game 1 in this set. Definitely a pivotal point in this next game. Nathaniel to break. Good quality break by Nathaniel, sinking 2 balls in the process. Didn't get a whole lot in that middle area, broken out. Definitely, probably not a break that you want to re-rack on though. Sinking 2 balls in on that break, definitely a rack where that is where it needs to be. Nathaniel unfortunately did not call that 5, but he is still now forced to deal with these solids in the way they are right now, which is probably not the worst thing in the world, the way that they're looking on the table. Beautiful shot by Cameron. Unfortunate foul there by Cameron, given Nathaniel now a ball in hand. For those of you who don't know, that foul is considered a double hit, so the cue ball was hit twice by the cue in the same shot. You can tell by the velocity moving forward of the cue ball, if the cue ball and the object ball are moving at the same rate, same pace, that is a double hit. So Nathaniel with that ball in hand makes it count. Pushing out where it needs to. Looks like he's going to be now shooting the 13, moving cue ball down the table where it needs to be. Misses that longer shot on, fortunately. Cameron to shoot. Fortunately, does not make that three, giving Nathaniel now pretty good opportunity to make another ball or two here. Does miss, I think, just about everything. He's going to hit the 8 first, giving Cameron a ball in hand in this next shot. Gotta really be careful of another double hit here. Take it off to the side a little bit. Unfortunate, another double hit there by Cameron. Gotta really be careful with those shots that are really up against each other. Daniel, really nice shots moving forward here, though. That 14 is going to be kind of in a tough spot moving forward. So he's going to shoot the 13 first, I can imagine. He's going to take aim at that 13. Makes the 13, bumps out just enough to where he can have good access to that 14 next shot. Wonderful shot. A long shot for Cameron. Probably going to pull out the extender again. Is going to pull out the extender. Cameron, shot at the 3. Misses it, unfortunately, giving Nathaniel pretty good shape at that 14 to then bump out for the 8. Fortunately, overcuts that 14. Pretty straight on shot here for Cameron. Not use the extender again, just kind of in over the table. Had pretty good luck with it early. It's going to be a legal hit. The cue ball is going to roll back all the way to the head string of the table. Good legal hit. Solid shot throughout. Gotta really be careful. That 8's kind of blocking the majority of the path on this shot. Really be careful on that cut. Third set in a row where Cameron's going to give Nathaniel a ball in hand to close out this game, bring it to a 1-1 series. Beautiful draw. Beautiful draw for Nathaniel. Hit that 7 right to the side pocket. You don't need a whole lot of gas on this. Kind of pump those brakes a little bit when it comes to playing. This shot into the side on the 8. Beautiful shot by Nathaniel. Takes us to a 1-1 series. Moving into game 3 of this best of 3. Looks like we have some scoring. We're back. We had some scoring updates in the books now. Keith had taken down Colton 2-1 in their race to 3. I'll bring up the bracket again after this game. Have the full picture. We'll be halfway done with our round robin aspect of the bracket after this set is up. Unfortunate miss there by Cameron. That was a really good setup, really good shot. Just unfortunately rattled out of that pocket just enough to the point where doesn't get another shot in this set. Looks like he's going to be calling the call combo between the 5 and the 7. Smart play by Cameron in this instance. Pushes him out towards the 2 after the shot. Beautiful shot, making them both in one shot. Wonderful shot by Cameron. Wonderful shot by Cameron. Looks like he's going to be shooting the 2 next. Try to follow it up for that 6. Followed by 3, 1, back to 8 would be my guess at his run out plan from here. Unfortunate miss there, though. Something that might bite him in the back a little bit later on. Nice shot by Nathaniel. Really making that 2 out of the way while still being able to shoot the 10 in that pocket. Wonderful, wonderful shot. Almost got that lucky bank. Wouldn't have been a called shot and it would have turned back over to Cameron, but didn't get the lucky bounce, unfortunately, on either the 11 or the 13. Back to Cameron for his next shot. I imagine he's going to be shooting the 6. He may try to shoot the 1 here, but not quite sure where he's going to go. Looks like he's going to be going 1 shot. It's the cut. Beautiful cut by Cameron. Definitely really high quality cut. Don't think that was an intended call on that, but still beautiful, beautiful cut. Something that may turn the tides in this game, especially if you make plays like that moving forward. Definitely something that's really important. Looks like he's going to be cutting the 9. Got to really be careful not to scratch here. That ball placement exactly where it needs. Wonderful bank, though. Don't know if that was the call, but looks like it wasn't. But that was still a wonderful to get around that too, right into that head string left corner pocket. That pocket. Those middle pockets have been not nice to really anyone tonight. Definitely something where you take your time, pocket, not really shots too much. Shoot that. Unfortunate overcut by Cameron. That last shot, definitely not what you want to see. Stage of you want to be shots pretty. Daniel follows it up. Shot on this. Shots soft. You don't gotta play hard. Especially how bad these middle pockets have. Beautiful heart in the pocket. Exactly what you want to see from a player like. Unfortunately, it's a very, very lucky bounce not to sink that 8 on that same shot. I barely hit the corner on that. That 8 ball goes right in the pocket, and that is game, set, and match. Where it sits now should be a pretty easy run out the rest of the way, though, for Cameron. Set 2-1. Pending a lead. He's going to have just enough, not just enough to get past that 8. What you got to worry about now is following that through too much. Give us some nice English. Definitely give it the right and that is going to be game for Cameron in this set against the Thing. We'll switch back over to our main frame. We have our next matchup going. It's going to be Colton and Nathaniel. Colton to break. Really good lag by Colton. Just within that one diamond of the head string rail. So Colton to break. Daniel to rack. Get this underway very, very soon. Should be a set between tonight. At the university. Something we haven't seen much tonight. Nice closed hand bridge. Something able tonight. These players have been shooting open. Obviously, there's lots of different styles of techniques you can do in but I don't think we've seen a close hand bridge on the break this game time. Change of pace on that. Again, as we get later, there are going to be times players are be having to leave. Overall, feeling that fatigue of playing for hours in a row, something that we take into account later as the night goes. Fortunate miss there. Cut that just a little much. Placed here. It's like he's slopping this game either. It's there. This table is still to Daniel's second shot of the game. See, pressing a little bit right now. Not the end of the as our first game in the set wraps up, Daniel had took that game pretty solidly overall. 3 balls on the table. Solid game from Nathaniel. To game 2, it's going to be Nathaniel to break here. Something we haven't seen tonight that we saw last year in our student tournament. Our first tournament that we broadcasted actually in the spring. We saw a golden break. Something we haven't seen tonight. Maybe looking forward to a little bit later in the bracket, or even on one of our tables that's not being broadcasted to all you lovely folk watching at home. But something might be able to see tonight. Oh, okay. It's not going to be on this break, but looks like we'll still get 1 ball to drop right in that middle pocket. For how unlikely that middle pocket is to be making balls this game, seeing 1 drop off the break into the mid, especially off of a rail on that, that's definitely interesting sight to see on that shot. Although, get going into our game 2, Daniel has taken solids in this game. Pretty smart play, I feel like, with how the stripes are lined up where they are right now. Definitely solid start to this game. Clinton, nice shot there. Nice shot. Looks like he's shooting 15. Beautiful shot there by. I'd be going 14 up the table next. That's exactly what he's going to be. Table. Draw, get at 11. Got the draw. Shot. It's not a pocket where you to. Daniel hoping those side pockets open up a little bit here. 4 ball winning off the break, trying to shoot that 1 into the side, break out. Fortunately misses those side pockets. Not liking any shot tonight. That is a tough shot if he's going for. That is going to be a foul as that 1 ball move shot. Nathaniel with this ball in hand looks like he's going to try to break out his problem balls, being the 3 5, shooting the 5 into the side, and he does hit it. Wonderful shot there by Nathaniel. Looks like he only has 1 shot really forward here, and that being the 7. He's going to have to cut that all the way down the table. Going to miss it, unfortunately. Like that 7 ball was sitting flush up against the rail, unfortunately. Not the end of the shot, though. Nice spin control ball by Colton. Make sure that cue ball did not go in the side pocket. Daniel, looking at the table right now, only a couple shots really available. Bump out that 8 a little bit. Force that 10 and 11 kind of more towards the middle of the pocket for Colton. Looks like he's going to try to go for a combo shot. Didn't call anything, so if ball would have made, turned it back to Nathaniel. Not the end of the world. Good breakout shot there, though. Out his 2 problem balls that he has on the table. Daniel, beautiful shot. Nice shot all the way through. Shot by Nathaniel. Fortunate thing with this sleeve is that 2. Right. That combo with those 2 balls are separated. Definitely. Really impressive shot. He would have hit it. Fortunately, how they angled and the separation between them, not a likely shot to be made. Bolton to shoot. Over here, if you guys have noticed, we are trying a new overlay layout for our broadcast, having University of Montana University Center as well as the Gaming Den logo on here, and not having as much clutter on the screen, trying to open up the broadcast a little bit and really just make it a little more legible as our broadcasts go on. Um, Overall, if it's something you guys like, definitely, tell us. Definitely something that we look forward to hearing back on any input you guys have with it. We're also going to get impact from the participants tonight. They like it, they don't like it, how they like the tournament, stuff they can change through the tournament. Overall, just try to improve every aspect of it to our best capability. Wonderful shot there by Colton, though. Really, really nice job breaking out that 12 ball from the rest of the pack there, and at the same time making that 15 in the process. No foul on that last shot, which was really, really safe play. Really, actually, more than anything. Oh, that's going to leave wonderfully. Oh my goodness. What a leave by Nathaniel. Beautiful, beautiful shot. Beautiful shot. I was a betting man. I would bet that this game is just about over after Nathaniel makes that. Gonna shoot that long. Really good fundamental play by Nathaniel. Just barely misses it. It just rattled out of that top pocket. That is unfortunate. Bolton's got to really play real safe moving forward, which unfortunately does not get it. Probably would have taken a little bit more time on that. Or he's got to run out. Fortunately, neither of those happened, leaving Nathaniel A plus opportunity to now close out this set with a 2-0 win. This race to 2. Beautiful shot by Nathaniel, and that is going to be game. We'll switch back over to the bracket here. You guys can see the layout. We are now 60% of the way done with our bracket. our lag. Looks like it is going to go to Keith for this game 1. Keith to break. Up next. Nathaniel's going to finish out this rack. Clean it up, make it nice and pretty. Nice, good, tight rack for Keith to then get a good quality break on. As a fellow instructor here at the University of Montana, I love to always see the progression of how the students play, how they interact with the instructors, and how much fun they seem like they're having during these tournaments. It always seems like such a good time. I remember playing in these tournaments a couple years back when I was still a student and not an instructor here, but good quality break there by Keith, sinking one ball in. Looks like it is the 14 ball into that right side middle pocket. Moving forward, it looks like Keith is going to be shooting stripes here. Going to be shooting the 13. Going to be shooting the 13 here, and should be overall looking good. Keith up to shot. Or Nathaniel. He made that shot. My bad, my bad, my bad. Unfortunate scratch there. He did get the lucky bank into that pocket as well, but an unfortunate scratch for Nathaniel there. Looking at the layout of the board, pretty open from where we are at now. That 12 for Keith and the 2 and 3 for Nathaniel are really the only problem balls. If you wait too long to break those out, you're going to be stuck in a pretty sticky situation here in this game. Nice shot by Keith. Looks like he's going to follow it up by, I imagine, the 11 ball, followed by the ball. That'd be the run out layout I would go with. Yeah. Not going to get any lucky banks or caroms of that. And really unfortunate shot there for, as he says, done messed it up when it comes to that 2 and 3. Daniel with the cut. He's going to unfortunately miss that, and that cue ball is tracking right towards that pocket. It's not going to have the legs to get all the way to the pocket, but that is still quality lead. And with that 11 ball is a little too far away to cut, I think. Keith calls it a 14 safety shot. Looks like he's not going to get the safety he wants, and he even further breaks out that too. Safety shots, you got to play him soft. You got to play him soft. Daniel looks like he's going to follow that up by essentially a safety of his own. Soft into that rail ball right behind the 3. It's going to, stick with that 3. Shot I would do. Play it safe. Wrong pocket called on that 7. Nice 2 rail kick on that. There. Not the worst leave in the world. Nathaniel with a couple shots. He's going to look at that one. Beautiful shot by Nathaniel. Plays that 5 next. He's got to bump 2. Look at all of his opportunities. Shot. Here. He's going to miss it. That 3 ball not being right up against the rail. Looking to shoot next. Strange combo. Didn't end up getting that combo shot. Personally, I would have just cut that. 14. A little bit of topspin. Get right behind that. 11. Followed up by another topspin shot. It's there. Unfortunately, Keith, a pretty basic shot when it comes to this on the 11. Just overcut it. Just overcut it. Take a little more time on those shots, and you can every. Really solid shot by Nathaniel there, making that 2, leaving him really good shape at 3. Eventually even 15 and 5, really everything there. He's going to be shooting the 5 here. Beautiful shot. Unfortunately, not a good leave when it comes to where that cue ball ended up. Give that just a little bit of maybe having a straight line at that shot. I have to come off too far on it to this kick. Missing wide and breaking out the 11. Not the kind of shot that Nathaniel was looking for when it comes to giving Keith very critical ball in hand to follow it up, making this shot. Topspin. Shot by Keith. Topspinning. Still a really, really nice shot when it comes to making that 14. Pulls out the bridge extender. As Keith lines up his next shot towards that 11, he's going to be banking that 11 all the way back down. Back to him. That head string left side pocket. Didn't get the kiss he wanted on it. Kiss. Maybe leave a quality lead. Not the kind of quality lead. This is a tough shot for Nathaniel. I have to give this a lot of topspin to make sure it's not scratch on this. Gets the shot he wants, and he is going to make it. Beautiful shot by Nathaniel. Fortunately, I don't think that was a called shot. Turning it back over to Keith. Moving forward on shots like that, confident. Shot like that, definitely confidence in calling that shot. Go a long way. That is unfortunately going to be game to this. Nathaniel shot left. All he's got to do is ball. See what pocket he's going to go for. Looks like he's going to go string left pocket. Careful not to double hit on how close he's putting it. Should be beautiful shot by Nathaniel. Leave. Heading into game 3, it's going to go back to Keith for our break. We get into game 3 set. Keith to breaking just behind that second diamond in the kitchen and just off center from the middle diamond on the head string. Nice break by Keith, making that 10 ball right into that head string left side corner pocket. Little bracket update for us as we get going into this game 3. Jordan has just beaten for 2-0 to 3. Jordan pretty comfortably top to that top spot heading into will be our finals bracket. Pretty comfortably to that. Nathaniel to shoot. He's going to be shooting this 9 into the side. He has learned that those side pockets are really not the nicest when it comes to making these shots. The 13 looks like it's going to be a nice shot next. Just missed on that. Played that just a little too hard on that. Would have left him a pretty quality leave into the 12. Nice shot by Keith. Really, really fundamental play there. He lines up his next shot. He has a couple shots, either that 6 or that 7, when it comes to shooting his next ball. Looks like he's going to be shooting the 6 and leaving that 7 for later. Beautiful shot there, though. I don't think that was a called shot, but still a very, very beautiful shot. Giving control of the table back to Nathaniel as he is going to follow it up by, I believe, shooting the 12 here. Fortunately, with that cue ball being up right against the rail, it's going to have to be a topspin shot. Should be able to get up just enough to where you could then shoot the 15. Unfortunately, missed it, though. Switching back and forth on who gets the long shot next. Went from Keith to Nathaniel, back to Keith. Wonderful shot by Keith, getting that 5 into that middle pocket. Unfortunately, or the 7 in the middle pocket. Fortunately, it's not a good leave. Giving him a very nice shot though at that one, making contact with it. Nathaniel to shoot. Fortunately, missed that. It's going to be a pretty generous lead for Keith here to make that one. Unfortunate miss there by Keith, giving Nathaniel ball in hand. This is a very critical point in this set and a very critical point in the overall seeding of this bracket moving forward. Wonderful shot by Nathaniel. He's going to have to shoot the 12 next, come back up, play it soft into the rail. Nice shape on the 13, and stun it all the way back up for the 8. Beautiful shot. Nathaniel trying to run this table out. 4 balls left on the table. He's got 2. We're going to count him. He, unfortunately, is going to miss that shot, giving Keith now the opportunity to follow it up and finish this game out. Keith to shoot the 1. Beautiful shot. Not the greatest leave, unfortunately. He played it just a little too hard, leaving that ball past the 8. He's going to have to bank this shot, unfortunately, probably into one of the middle pockets. That is going to be his only out when it comes to this. He's going to barely miss it, hit the knuckle. Unfortunate. Nathaniel. He's going to have to leave really well when it comes to that, and he's going to leave just beautifully when it comes to that. He's going to play it long on the table. Beautiful shot, beautiful leave. Can Nathaniel close this game out, close the set out? He is not going to be able to. Giving Keith another opportunity to close this game out, close this series out. Keith, 1 shot away. Greatness. All the pressure on him moving forward. He's going to call the bank shot instead of the cut. He cuts it into the wrong pocket. Unfortunate, called the wrong pocket on that. As we move into our Sweet. All right, we are back with our final match here. We have Jordan versus Cameron in our all right, Jordan to break here in this first game of our finals match. Once again, that is between Cameron and Jordan. Haven't seen the golden break yet today. We'll see if we can get one in our finals match. Should make things a lot more interesting if there is a golden break. Great break by Jordan. Unfortunately, that cue ball did not go in the pocket. It is one ball down off the table. Looks like it was I guess snowballs went off the table. Still a very quality break there from Jordan. Really good spread throughout. Cameron, unfortunately, ended up coming up a little short on that, leaving the table still open for Jordan. Shoot, looks like he's going to be shooting solids on this first game. Going to end up coming up missing that just a little bit. Looking at the layout of the table, I still think solids is the best option. Looking at how the balls are aligned on this table, don't want to get yourself caught in any sort of sticky situation like that coming down the line later in the game. Once again, table is still open going into this. Jordan to shoot next. Looks like he's going to be shooting the 4. Really watch me. Clean shot, clean look. Beautiful shot by Jordan. Fortunate miss on that, and it fortunately for Cameron, broke out his 2 problem balls. This table looks like best shot moving forward would be that 13, and that is exactly what he's going to be going. Draw on that. Even a stop shot would work for that 14 long this table. Bring out the bridge extension. Smart play. Don't always need to complicate things, especially with the bridge extension. Making sure that the right kind of bridge you want for it. Nice shot by Cam. Kind of up against the rail, doesn't leave a whole lot of extra. Looks like he's going to be shooting that 9. The 9 is not against the rail, so you got to really be careful and really understand your English when you shoot the shot. Fortunately, didn't get the right kind of English on it, and sending that 9 ball right to the middle of the table. Giving the cue ball close to that. One diamond in the head string of the table. Out. Looks like about 3 ball lengths away from the rail. Fortunate kiss there off that 10 for Jordan. That was not something you're looking for, and it leaves Cameron a pretty quality shot for shooting that 9. It's going to leave him more towards the head string of the table, which don't always necessarily want, but if you play us off, you can leave yourself still pretty middle of the table. Those corner pockets, they've just been in everybody's shot tonight. It's not been good shooting those pockets. I would stay away from those forward for both players. Side pockets, and it's not been doing well. Those corner pockets have been a lot nicer when it comes to shots. Overcut that by Jordan. Not really the play you want to see this deep into the tournament. Not deep into the bracket. But left a pretty quality leave. Really only has one option, being the 9. He's gonna have to cut that and work his way back around the table for probably a 3 rail on this. Got the 2 rail, and that is just wonderful. That's a very nice shot, leaving him a couple options when it comes to his next shot. He can either shoot the 12 all the way down or shoot the 14. Couple pretty quality options. Both are going to be cutting all the way down the table. Both are not the easiest shot, but it looks like Cameron is going to end up coming up just a little bit short on that. Overcut it just slightly. At the same time, broke out his 10 just a little bit. Kind of up against the 8 still, but still a very quality shot, quality lead. Jordan with not too many options left on this table. Good shots, good looks. Like he's not going to get enough on that 7. Still a legal shot, just not enough on that to get that 7 all the way across. Cameron to shoot the 11 into the side pocket. Once again, the side pockets have been just not nice to anyone tonight. I have to play this real soft, real gently into that pocket. Looks like it's a little bit too much on that. Overcut it. Side pockets have just been mean to everyone at this table tonight. Don't know if it's the bright lights or really what it is with this table tonight, but the side pockets have just been not good for any ball trying to get in that way. Jordan to shoot the 6. Cut that in. Beautiful shot. Broke out that 2. Wonderful shot. Gives him a nice shot at probably sneak that 5 past the 12 there. Could also have a pretty clean look at the 3. Give it a little bit of top. Not too much past it. Shoot the 2 in the side, followed by the 1 and the 8. I would draw back if I was Jordan on this shot. I would not try to follow through. He's going to draw back and get exactly where he needs to be for that 3. The 3, you don't need a whole lot of gas on this. Pump the brakes a little bit when it comes to the amount of topspin you get. That way you still have enough. Even a stop shot would be perfectly quality at this shot. He is going to get the 3. Unfortunately, it's going to rattle out those pockets. Nice thing about the ball being placed there, though, is that no other ball can really fit in that area. That 3, it's just off the rail enough to where the ball can't sneak right through without knocking in that 3 also. Camera to shoot. Looks like that 15 is going to be his next target. Actually, really nice stop shot on that. That was a very quality fundamental stop shot when it comes to ball control, speed control, and English control. Overcut that shot by Cameron. That is a very quality leave nonetheless, though. Really only has one shot here, that being that 1. I imagine Jordan's going to call combo that 1 into the 3, both in one shot. Looks like he might try to sneak it past the 15 into the 3. Personally, I would just call the combo. Just guarantee that ball goes. But to each their own, I guess. 1-3 is the call on this. Looks like Jordan's gonna take the easy road and not try to swerve that cue ball around. He's gonna hit it, leave really well for that next shot on the 1. Have to stun it out just a little bit to get onto the 2. Try to get that on the side, followed by the 8, I imagine, in either of the foot rail, string corner pockets. A little too much gas on that, but it's actually going to end up to a really good lead for Jordan. Really lucky carom off that 12 there to make sure that that all goes well. Play it soft into the side. You don't need a whole lot of gas on it. Fortunately, overcuts it. Those side pockets tonight, I tell you what, they are not playing nice. Cameron to shoot. Personally, that 10 to 15 looks really, really where it's at right now. Both shots, you need a whole lot of right English to get either of those shots. Looks like he's gonna 11 bank far. It's not the worst shot in the world. Definitely a more skillful shot though. Out of all the shots on the table, that 10-15 is a little more friendly when it comes to overall placement where you need to hit. Looks like Cameron's gonna go for the cut on the A. Is a skillful cut if he makes this. I definitely tons of props if this 11 goes in the cut. Fortunately, undercut that, and that is going to be a very quality lead moving forward, though, on that 4 ball. That 4 ball is not moving anywhere, it seems, on this next shot. It's going to have to go for a very, very tight one rail kick on this. It's going to be a very difficult shot for Jordan moving forward on it, and he's going to, fortunately, not play it hard enough, not get the carom he wanted, kick off the wall, giving Cameron a very pivotal ball in hand. What it seems like, Cameron wasn't under the impression that it was a ball in hand, but given the situation and the pressure, I imagine getting to him. Looking like that 12 ball is going to be his next target ball, object ball. I have to play a little bit of inside English on it, else will more than likely just not be able to make it. Actually, very nice shot by Cameron. Getting that 11 next, getting all the way back down towards that 10 and 15. Fortunately, doesn't get it, but it is still going to hit the rail, making it a legal shot. Next shot for Jordan is going to be a very difficult one. Going to have to give it either a lot of topspin or come off the one rail kick on it. Fortunately, with how close that ball is to the pocket and how deep it is past the pocket, anything but this extreme topspin is just going to give a ball in hand back to Cameron. Didn't get what he on it. Pretty quality leave nonetheless. Gives Cameron a little bit of topspin on that 15, bring it all the way down the table. Followed by the 10. At 11, still in a very, very rough place. Definitely not want to save that for the very end if you can. If you can work your way all the way down the table and that next, that is the ideal position you want to be in. Fortunate miss there, but a good leave for Cameron. Giving Jordan not too many opportunities, not too many options for he wants to leave that 4 ball. Looks like he's going to call it all the way back. He's going to hit it. Beautiful shot by Jordan. That shot has got to be shot of the game so far. That one rail bank was absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful shot, beautiful cleanup, giving Jordan the advantage in this first game. It is 1-0 Jordan heading into game 2. Cameron to break up next. Jordan to shoot. Open table moving forward here. Nothing went on the break. Jordan's going to sink that 11, try to play just up. Beautiful lead by Jordan, getting up to that 10. Probably call a 10-15 combo here. A little bit of backspin here. Definitely make both in one shot. That is definitely a shot that I've seen him make before. Does make it, gets the pretty okay kiss on that. Calling the 10-9 combo all the way down the table. Fortunately, does not hit that 10-9 combo. He may get some lucky carom, but fortunately, leaves pretty well. That 9 is up against the rail. Does not hit that 5 into that corner pocket. Jordan to shoot. That 14 cut looks pretty good in this case. Definitely a shot you don't want to take lightly though if you're gonna cut that 14. That 14 is not up against the rail, and that is a very tight cut if you're gonna make that. Definitely got to have really good control over where that cue ball is going to be placed. Fortunately, does not hit it, sending the 14 out, the 12 up against the rail, and that's going to make for a very difficult place. Not really sure what Jordan was looking at there. I don't know if he was going for a slop call combo on that. But you have Cameron up to shoot next. Look like he's drawn back from that 3. Doesn't get the draw he's looking for, but he still has a very nice shot at that 1. Or the 4 here. Both shots are looking to be clean to where it needs to be. Looks like that 4 is going to be his next object ball. Shoot the 4 all the way up the rail. End up coming up just a bit short on it. Quality leave though. Doesn't leave him with a whole lot of options. Real that 13. Cut the 13 all the way. Says Jordan. Beautiful shot by Jordan cutting that 13. Now that is definitely another really good shot there. The way it's lined up right now, that cue ball and 10 ball being up right up against each other. Really, really, really got to be careful on this next shot and how you play it. Not really sure where Jordan the ball's gonna go. Looks like he's going to kick. End up doing that, breaking them both out. Unfortunately, they just both get left on the side rail again. Play that shot a little bit softer. Get a nicer leave when it comes to that. At 12 and 14 just get stuck in sticky situation after sticky situation. Both are just not loving either pocket. Cameron looks at his next shot. Looks like he's going to call on the 1 all the way down the table. Solid shot if he can make it. Give him shape at the 5. Gonna come up just missing it. Not the end of the world for Cameron. Get out of this. Jordan takes his next shot. Looks like that 10 is going to be next. Beautiful shot by Jordan. Weird call combo shot by Jordan. Looks like he's going to be 12-14 down. Definitely shot if he can. I don't see that ball go. Another unfortunate spot for that 14 to be right up against the 9. Definitely not the kind of shots you want to see. Kind of leaves you want to see either. Cameron. That ball. Rail didn't get it. That one ball right up against the 8 ball. That one ball being right there, and the 9 and 14 also being right there. You only really got one angle at it, and that's coming from behind the 8 ball and the 14, sliding it right between. Hit that one into. It's there by Cameron. Really good opportunity here to break out that one. Looks like he's going to be shooting 2. Making a couple of those and then breaking that out in the meantime. It's definitely success here. Not going to get anything going. That 14, there's a little bit of gap between it. It's going to be shooting the 14 into the side pocket here. Definitely not the easiest shot, and in the meantime, it's also going to break out that 9 and 1 in the process. Really be careful if you hammer this too hard. That 1 is going to skate right towards the pocket where the 14 is going to go. Didn't get the breakout on that, but he did get just enough of a leap to where he can shoot the 9. That 9 and 1 just far enough apart on the table to where it shouldn't interfere with each other. Jordan to shoot the 9 to the middle pocket, bam soft, overcuts it. Those corner side pockets have just been not fun for anyone shooting tonight. Definitely something that they'll have to look at before the next tournament, which won't be until spring 2026. This is going to be our final tournament of the season for students, at least, coming up into the end of the semester here at the University of Montana. Cameron up to shot. Looks like that 5 ball is looking the way it is right now. Careful. That is game, set, and match. 2-0 Jordan, and that is going to be it for our tournament. Jordan is our final winner of this, going up 2-0 against Cameron. We'll switch it back over to our table here. We are finishing up here tonight. We have our wonderful prize. As mentioned earlier, we have a very nice action cue. It's going to be a chocolate brown with a very nice inlay on it. Nice cue for everyone playing tonight. Overall, just really, really good play. Love to see everyone coming out, having a good time playing some games. Definitely increases what we can do here at the gaming den. But overall, I'd like to thank everyone watching at home. Thank you to the University of Montana Gaming Center for hosting this tournament tonight, and the Gaming Den at the University of Montana Gaming Center for being our main supporter when it comes to hosting these tournaments and our really biggest help with our broadcast as well as just overall maintaining the space and where it needs to be. I'm Hunter. I was your announcer tonight, broadcaster, and we will see you guys next Monday for our instructor tournament. Should be a really fun match. That starts at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. That is Monday, November 24th. As we get into that, a lot of good names are coming up, as previously seen on other tournaments. We have Jake. We have most of our instructors are going to be playing in it. The only instructors that I know will not be playing it are going to be me. I will be your host next week as well. But our other instructors will include Jesse, Alex, Kayla, Thomas, Quinn, Carson, and Coulter, as well as a few other special guests from our advanced billiards class. So we'll see you guys next time. That is, once again, Monday, November 24th, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time for our instructors tournament. This is Hunter signing off. Have a good night, everyone.